Hey guys, what's up? It's Cage Fan Duncan here. Bringing you guys a kind of a special video right now. I'm going to be doing a double concert review because I spent this past weekend at a couple shows down in Worcester, Massachusetts at the Palladium with my buddy Ryan. Um, and as you can't tell, I got some new swag. I can't believe I just said that, but whatever. Um, both of the shows I'm going to review are the tours of Gojira and Devin Townsend, and then Testament's Dark Roots of Thrash tour. Let's start with the Gojira show. Now, this was on Friday night in Worcester. Gojira headlined Devin Townsend and then the opening band called the Atlas Moth. Now, I watched the Atlas Moth, and I have to say they were a pretty decent live band. Sorry if I sound weird, because my voice is still shot from from this past weekend, and I just got out of work, so yeah. The Atlas Moth was actually really good. I was impressed. I mean, it wasn't like complete metal, but it was just like really like it's just one of those. They were just one of those bands that you could just like toke up to and just enjoy. So they were pretty good. And then after that, immediately after that, there's a screen that's on the stage and a projector, and all you see is a bunch of photos with Devin Townsend's troll face like plastered onto pictures. It was hilarious. Like they were just perfect. I mean, I could go on and on and on, but I don't want to waste video time. But I'd have to say my favorite one was taking an old strapping young lad photo of Devin Townsend with his eyes crossed, and he photoshopped it over the Lulu album cover. I lost my shit as soon as that fucking happened. As soon as I saw that, I was like, holy crap. Devin Townsend is a comedic genius. And then later on, he came out. Sorry, I'm adjusting my hat right now. He came out and he opened up with the song More on off of Epic Cloud. His set was really good, even though it was like kind of like 40 minutes or something like that. And he played, what else did he play? He played Kingdom, played Planet of the Apes, and when he did that, he had, for the projector, you could see the Great Misdirect album cover from Between the Buried and Me, and you had like a puppet version of their vocalist. I keep forgetting his name, but they had his vocal part playing over the PA, and it was really awesome. And yes, they did play Lucky Animals, and if you guessed it, you were right. I did do the dance while I was in the pit. But then everybody started moshing, and I ended up getting hit in the face, but it was fun. Everybody else participated, and we all did the jazz hands and whatnot. It was a fun time. That was probably the most fun I've had during someone's set, like just to be goofy and whatnot. I can't recall a time of that ever happening at a show, but whenever you see Devin Townsend, you're gonna have a blast. And then of course you had the headliners Gojira. Now Gojira, I'm gonna say this right now, they were probably the most flawless band I have ever witnessed in a show. Oh my God, they were just absolutely flawless. I mean, I couldn't pick one bad part about their set because they were just absolutely perfect. Like they sound just like their records live, but better. That's all I can put it for Gojira. I mean, extremely tight. I just couldn't stop watching Mario, the drummer, play because he's easily one of the best drummers in metal today, and I've never seen the guy fuck up at all. And there was actually one point in the set where Mario and Joe actually switched places, so Mario got to play guitar and do vocals, and honestly, he's a pretty damn good vocalist. I'm not gonna lie, he busted out those guttural death growls and shit. It was awesome. He also did a drum solo, which was extremely groovy and whatnot. He's just an overall just fantastic drummer. Um, so that show was really awesome. They played a lot of material. I mean, they played a lot of new stuff. They played the title track, Explosia. Another one I can't remember. I think they played Liquid Fire, but I don't remember right off the top of my head. And they also closed out the set with The Gift of Guilt, and they played a bunch of other older stuff. It was really awesome, like Flying Whales and Toxic Garbage Island. So yeah, that show was awesome. And then the next day, me and my buddy Ryan hung out in Worcester, like around town, around the venue, and there were some local bands playing upstairs at the Palladium. There was a couple that were good. There's one that I forgot the name of, but they were really good. And the first band that played, called Black Mass, they were like a three-piece thrash band. I thought they were pretty damn good for a local band, and I don't say that about a lot of local bands, because a lot of local bands I see suck. So that's really all I got to say about that. And then downstairs, as soon as the show started, it was cold. But then it started to warm up and whatnot. The first band that played was called Forearm. They're kind of like a thrash band from Australia. I'm not gonna lie, they were actually not that bad, but I've honestly never heard anything from them before this show, and they kind of were a little impressive. I'm not gonna lie. Um, then after they played, of course, we had Flotsam and Jetsam. Now this is the band that was really well known in like the '80s thrash days, but they were kind of just pushed off to the side as of late. I mean, they have all the original members now, except for their bass player. He's like the seventh bass player they've had, or something like that. So according to what the vocalist said. But I was never familiar with Flotsam and Jetsam, and honestly, they were pretty damn good to watch last night. I mean, and me and my buddy Ryan, we got a bunch of other guys in the pit, and we were just synchronized headbanging during Flotsam and Jetsam. It was really awesome. I mean, Flotsam and Jetsam put on a really killer show for sure. And before I get to the next part, I was getting news while I was at the show about Bobby Blitz of Overkill having walking pneumonia and how Overkill was probably not going to play tonight. Needless to say, they played anyway. Bobby Blitz still fucking killed it. I mean, what can the guy do what can't Bobby Blitz do? Can be fucking diagnosed with walking pneumonia, still go on stage and sound spot on, tight as fuck. And oh man, the pits during Overkill were insane. Like I went into a few other pits. I crowd surfed a bunch of times. It was really fun. Overkill played a really killer set. I mean, they played a mix of everything. They opened up with "Come and Get It" off the Electric Age. They played "Rotten to the Core." That's a must for them to play. Electric Rattlesnake, Ironbound, Bring Me the Night, Elimination, Wrecking Crew. And of course, they closed the set out with "Fuck You," which is the cover. I forgot who does the original, but they played that as their last song. And yeah, they were awesome. And then, of course, the headliners last night, of course, being Testament. Now, this was my fourth time seeing Testament, and oh my God, this was probably the best Testament set I have ever witnessed. I've seen them 4 times now, and this had to be the best Testament show I've ever watched, because they were actually headlining. Because the last 2 times I saw them, they were co-headlining with Anthrax. But this time, headlining tour, and they brought out all the stops. Like, they played a lot of rarities on the rare songs on this. They even played one song off The Gathering, which they never really play, which is Riding the Snake. Because usually the songs they play off that record are DNR and 3 Days of Darkness, which they did play. And it was awesome. I mean, it was probably the heaviest Testament set, considering that, like my voice, Chuck Billy's voice was shot. So we basically got like a death metal sounding Testament, which was pretty fucking awesome. It was really weird that they didn't play more new stuff, because the only new song they played was Rise Up, and that was the opening track to the set. The rest was just basically like, I mean, there was a couple songs off Formation of Damnation being the title track at the end of the set, plus More Than Meets the Eye, and the rest were just classics. Like they busted out fucking Trial by Fire, Practice What You Preach. Fuck, I'm trying to remember all the fucking. Oh, Disciples of the Watch and Over the Wall. Yeah, they busted out a lot of killer tracks. I mean, this was the best Testament show I've witnessed yet. I am looking forward to seeing them again. So yeah, I also got some merch from this show. I didn't get any from the Gojira Devin Townsend show, considering I wanted to have some money for the Testament Overkill show, because I wanted them. But Devin Townsend, I think, had the best merch that day. Like, he had one that just said Debbie on it, and it just had him riding a bike looking like a creep. It was really awesome. But yeah, Gojira had some pretty decent shirts, but nothing I really wanted to buy. If I find one online, I'll probably buy it. But some merch that I did buy, I bought this shirt from Overkill. Hold on, let me get up and show. That's the actual shirt. It's probably my new favorite shirt now. I also bought this beanie, and hold on, I actually got another shirt right here. It is right here. It's the Dark Roots of Earth shirt, tour T-shirt, and then on the back it has the band pit photo with the tour dates from this tour. And I also got this awesome signed Testament poster, signed by the band, obviously signed by the band. So this was like $10, so I was like, fuck, I need to get this. So I got it. So yeah, this was basically probably the most fun I've had during the weekend in a long ass time, probably since I went to Rock on the Range in Ohio. But yeah, this was a really killer time. If you guys get a if any of you guys get a chance to go to either of these tours, please go. You do not want to miss these shows. They're absolutely phenomenal. You will have a great time. Take my word for it. It's awesome. So I'm going to conclude this video before I blow my voice out anymore. So I will see you guys later. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out and keep it metal.